Welcome to InDesign 2026 tutorial. And today I will be walking you through the workspace basis. And as you can see on my screen, this is what you see on the home page, like when you open your InDesign for the first time. This includes the paper size, these frames, and all of those things, presets, and more. But before I walk you through this, I would like to share some details. Now, to create and manage documents in InDesign, you have to have some basic knowledge of the environments, knowledge of what you're creating. And because there are various elements available on Adobe Creative Cloud, so you need to be sure that you know what you're in for. So that is the reason for this video. So you can use various elements such as panel, bars, windows, any arrangement of these elements called a workspace. So what you see on your screen at the moment is what I would describe as a workspace. Okay, now this is the home screen. It appears when you launch or have no documents to open. So you can use it to create new documents. You can use it to open existing one. How do you go about this? You can create a new file by clicking on new file, and it will ask you start with a file first, so you can select which one you want to create. If I click on this, I think I have a pop-up somewhere, so I have to figure out where the pop-up is. There's a pop-up which you may not see at the moment, and I'll quickly bring that pop-up. Okay, let's do it this way, because I'm presently capturing the windows, so I need to capture the entire screen for you to see that display capture, and then I'll select my screen. So there you go. So you have the pop-up now. Just give me a second, and then you have it. Okay, there you go. Then boom. All right, so you have a pop-up like this where you sort of determine the size of your file. If I want to create something in A4, I'll choose this. If I am sure I'm going for prints, there will be a range of options in prints. So for example, you have templates already here, so you could pick from any of these templates and start from it. This is a premium InDesign software, so you may not get this if you're not on premium. So if I click on any of this, it gives me a starter pack sort of. Let's click on one of this. If I click on this and I say okay, go. So there's another pop-up somewhere coming up. Where's that? Where's that happening? Okay, I think that is just being downloaded. I could just click on download here. So when I download that off, it sort of download the particular presets, the templates, and once that is done, I'll have access to it to start working on it. But that's not the purpose of this particular video. So all right, I'll take you back. That's just gonna download and then give me access to it, and I can start working with it. I'll just stop this from going ahead. So if you want to open an existing file, you click on open, and then it pops up another windows where you can make a decision of about where and what document you want to work with. If for example you have started working on a document before, and then you need to continue working on it, then you can open the file. Okay, I'm just gonna close this. All right, taking it back to the basic workaround. Yeah, this is the home space and the home page, and then you can create open, like I mentioned, by clicking on the new file. You can select the button, create a new document. You can create new document by selecting the one of the numerous template like I've shown you. You could open and you could click on the home button to go back home. So your files will be now your files that you can see here, that's on this side of the things. It's referring to a place where you can view all the file that you have recently worked on. So shared file, if you've been doing some collaboration, so it gives you access to those files that you're collaborated. Perhaps you're invited, you're working as a team. Yes, you can, that has shared with you by a stakeholder, clients, even teammates. So, and then we've got the project phase, which is a new sort of a new feature. It allows you to select to say to organize, share, manage related assets, and of course library in one collaborative workspace. Then you have a high level of some reasonable level of access, permission, and also it helps you streamline things. So that's this project aspect of things. Then we have the templates. Again, similar to the presets, it helps you choose from this various available Adobe Express templates online. So, and then you can edit from them directly like I attempted to do earlier. And then the deleted file shows you the things you've deleted recently in the last 30 days, and after 30 days those deleted files are permanently deleted. So when you're connected, it shows you're connected to the cloud, meaning you can access document live from the Adobe Adobe store. All right, I would like to bring a descriptive this thing about the workspace so you are familiar with what you get. First, let me show you what I mean. Let's go there. Okay, this is what I've just shown you here, and then there's something else I would like to show you. Where is that? Workspace. Okay, come up. There you go. So have a look at this. This is what it looks like. Typically, I'm still going to describe it in details, but if you come here, you see okay, let's come this way. All right, yeah, if you come to what do you call it now, uh let's come back to where we were. Yeah, and I've got something to show. Yeah, just wait a minute. Something coming up, and that is the Windows capture, and then I need to show you the preview of the is that a that's the home page. All right, so almost there, just for a minute. That's not working. That's my preview. Display capture. Windows capture. Just a minute, then we'll be where we're supposed to be. Oh, for some reasons, this is just acting the way it shouldn't act at this time. Anyway, let's get back to my original setup, but if that's not gonna play out. Okay, now what you have on your screen now will be all right, what you see on your screen right now, it's a description of what it will look like when you open a document, and it has been labeled in a particular order, which is from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now the A tab is the document window. Is the document window. Is the document window. What that means is that it's the tab windows where you have your tab document. I'm going to show you that in a bit. And we've got the B, which is the workspace switcher. The workspace switcher, and then we have the C, the search bar with autocomplete suggestions, and then the D, the panel title bar. The D is a panel title bar. I'm going to show you that briefly. And then we have the next one, which is the F panel, the F which is a panel, and we have the E, sorry, the E, which is collapsed icon, while we have the F, which is the panel group in a vertical dock, and then we have the G aspect. This G, the G is giving us an idea of what it looks like to this G aspect of it is giving us a clear understanding of our status. And also we have the tools bar, which is the H. We have a lot of things, so there are a lot of things to learn from these two bars. Okay, let me show you that in real time. Let's open a document, and then we to create new file. Why? So we're creating a new file now, and what I'll do is I'll just go for A4, and then I'll just keep it the way it is, and then it says unable to create new file. I'm surprised that is happening. So I will open an existing file on my desktop. Okay, I see. I've run out of space. That's why, and that is going to be fixed, and then we'll come back shortly. Okay, let's give that a try again, and that's let's give that a try again, and then click on A4. Oh, there you go. So that's working smoothly now. Just want to be sure I've selected the right. Okay, lovely. So now it's open now. We have the documents open, and then I want to sort of explore some of those things I've mentioned earlier, so you don't miss out on any aspect of the things I was going to show you. Okay, all right. So I did mention that we have different part of these things, and then the A aspect of it is the title tabbed, the tabbed document windows, the tab documents window. Now you can see the tab document is untitled because I haven't saved it. So let me save this and say save. I'll say sample. I'll say sample page. You'll notice that it will change to sample page. It will show sample page. So this is the title the tabbed document windows. I call it title tabbed window for some reason, so it's called tabbed document window. So the B aspect of it is the workspace switcher. If you see here, we have the entire workspace, and right at this particular end here, you see an essential, advanced book, digital publishing, essential, essential classic. It's by default it will open on essential. By default it will open on essential. Oh wow, I see that that's not capturing the entire thing I want it to capture. So this is what we do. Alright, it's not showing my pop-ups, so that's not the best. That's not good. Okay, let's do it this way. It's not showing my pop-ups, so that's not what I need. I want it to do. I may have to do a switch. Give me another. Sorry, this is happening in our very first video. So display capture, and then it's gonna capture everything on that page. Now let's see, does that is it showing that now? Okay, beautiful. So it's showing that there. Now you see on there, and now I'm unable to zoom in exactly the way I desire to. However, this is what I mean by that. If you come on here, you will be able to see that there are different aspects of the workspace, and that is the B aspect. So before the purpose of this course, we just go to either book or digital. I would say digital publishing. When you click on that, the interface will sort of change. If you notice that there's been a change on the interface at the moment, and that change means that it is now, sort of set up. If you come on here, you see the fact that I mentioned publishing. If you go back to normal, if you go back to essential, it shows you essential aspect of things. Then if you go back to the what I call it now, if you go back to the book publishing interface, digital publishing, it gives you the feel of that too. All right, so now this is essential. This is what it looks like as essential. You understand that? So now when you go back to, you come back here and then you click on that for it to take you to digital publishing. You notice something's changed. Yes, something's changed. What are these things that changed? Have a study again. Have a look at it. What are the things that changed? What are the things that changed? A few things changed. What are those things that changed? Observe it closely. What are the things that changed? A few things changed. Okay. All right. Let's see how much you can observe. Should we zoom in and then have a close look? You can see on this side of things, I'll just go to studio mode so I have more control. You can see the tools. The tools are on one side of things. So these tools they include things I've mentioned earlier. Let me just bring this here so we don't have conflicting understanding of things. So yeah, okay. So on one side of things, you see that we have the tools right here that you can see, and then they individually have their names. So that's the H part of this, and then the B. If you go to the B, the B is the workspace switcher, which we have just tested, and then we have the search bar, which I'm going to try now. If you come here to the search bar, you say it will just it should suggest something anyway. So if you come here, you can look for help, you can search for anything you want. But that's not my concern for today. If you need help how to do anything, how to design something, and whatever you search for, you sort of have some responses. It will lead you to an external link where it will guide you on whatever help that you need. So you can search right down here to get onto wherever you want to find answers to your questions. So the next aspect of this is the panel title. Panel title bar, which is the D section. The panel title bar is what you find here. You know, these are the panel title. If I switch this back to essential, you have a clear understanding of the properties, pages, this CC library, Creative Cloud Library. So that is the panel title. All right, and then with the E aspect of is the collapse to icon button. The collapse to icon button. Collapse to icon button. Can you see that? That's the collapse to the icon button to give you more room. So let's switch this back to digital publishing or in fact books. See, for books is different for digital publishing. So this is still the collapse to icon. So it changes the bigger stuff to icons. All right, and then we have the F, which is panel groups in vertical dock. Panel groups in vertical dock. That is F. So all of these things, when you open it up, these are the panel groups. They're in a vertical. Vertical means that they're in a straight line dock. You can see all of this. So these are panel groups in vertical dock. So don't misunderstand that. This is what it looks like. And then boom. And then the other part of it is the G, which is the status bar. The status bar you'll find below. So this is the status bar right below here. Basic workings, no errors and blah blah blah. So that's like the status bar. It tells you what is happening, give you the status of the document. If there are errors, it sort of gives you a red sign here and then tells you what is happening. Okay, and then we have the tools panel, which is the H, which I mentioned earlier. The tools panel is on this side. So these are the two panels. All of this aspect of it are the two panels. So don't forget that. So well, I'll bring it back home and then we have our view. So now look at this carefully. Now what you've got here is an holistic sort of knowledge of what it looks like to work with InDesign. You have an idea of what is on each of the pages and how to navigate your way using all of these pages. So let's bring this back to a full screen and then so okay, yeah, so this is what I've just shared with you now. I hope it's helpful. I hope it makes sense. This is introducing you to it. What happens here is that the application frame integrates all of the workspace, bring them all together, and it helps you to have clarity, have an idea of what you are, the environment you're doing. You know where to find things you need. You know where to get the things that you need to do what you need to do. So that's basically what this session is taking you through. Don't lose touch of that, and then don't forget, the first time you land on the page, it takes you to a place where you find what we call it takes you to a place where you find you land on your main page, and that main page is sort of a guide, and this is what it looks like, the main page, what I showed you at the beginning. So this is what you then use to navigate the many aspects of the process. Okay, so okay, If you have any questions, it's good to ask me and put it in the chat. The application form integrates all of the workspace, and then you can access this either on your Windows, you can access it on your Mac OS, and yeah, they have the tools, the control panel. You can change the screen modes too. So in my next video, I will guide you on how to change screen modes. So see you in the next video. If you have seen the video up to this time and it has been helpful, do all to like, share, and subscribe, and of course ask a question in the chat. Thank you.